This just gives you the 43101 compliant numbers that we have. We have sitting indicated on the CARIBOO gold quartz. There's some 430-odd thousand ounces indicated and another 90,000 plus inferred. The BC vein, again, 50,000 indicated and 22,000 inferred. And there we have 106 drill holes that have yet to be added into the model. And going back a little bit on the CARIBOO gold quartz, there's a 202 drill hole program that is actually in progress right now. Bonanza ledge, we have a pre-feasibility study completed on it. We have 50,000 ounces measured, another 50,000 ounces indicated, and some 73,000 inferred. That's to a depth of 250 feet. In the latter part of November of this year, we actually tested that at depth, and we had some very encouraging results for which we will pursue in the new year. The QR mine and mill, we currently have a resource there of some 58,000 ounces indicated, another 100,000 ounces inferred, and there is a current 43101 report that is just being updated, and we expect to actually see that within the next week or so. This is just giving you a snapshot of the property and a small portion of a 6-kilometer-long belt within that we are currently working on right now. Moving on to slide 10, shows the historic belt showing the Island Mountain gold mine to your left, the Mosquito Creek gold mine. In the center of the page, you have the Cow Mountain gold mine where we are currently drilling. And then over to the far right of the slide, you are currently looking at the Barkerville Mountain and the Bonanza Ledge portion of the property, for which we actually expect to start mining in the first quarter of next year. The bottom of the page shows the geology. It's the plan view of the section that you're looking at on the top of the slide. And you see here there's 3 different styles of gold mineralization. On the contact between Rainbow and Baker, this is the green and the gray rocks. You see gold in limestone-hosted replacement lenses. To the middle of the page on Cow Mountain, you actually see vertical quartz veins. This is the second type, and the third type is over to the far right. This is the Bonanza Ledge style mineralization, and this is on the opposite contact between the Rainbow rocks and the BCR geolitic unit. Actually, is a conceptual plan of the Bonanza Ledge pit, which we're actually expecting to start in the first quarter of 2010. It's a sulfide shell. This is a cartoon of Cow Mountain, actually showing where the company had gone in. The gray area that you're looking at the top of the page is the 1200 level to the top of Cow Mountain. This is an area that the company started drilling in the spring of 1995 through to 1998. The company completed 263 drill holes here, had initial resource prior to 43101. There was one independent survey and one in-house survey that were completed that suggested that there was just over 1 million ounces. 43101 actually discounted that both in half by grade and by ounces, as the holes that were drilled at the top of the Sanders Zone were non-compliant in the sense that they were drilled in 1980 and they did not have XYZ coordinates to them. The company's intention to actually start drilling that again, and we are actually in progress of doing that right now. From the 1200 level down to the 1500 level, we actually are expecting to increase the resource, and that's part of a 202 drill hole program that is currently in progress. This is just showing an overview of the QR mine and mill. Underneath the mill is where most of the workings are that you can see, and to the left of the slide is the huge tailings impoundment. It's a beautiful facility. This is just a summary of what the QR mill has. It's a 900-ton-a-day facility. It's 110 kilometers from Bonanza Ledge by an all-weather road. The mill itself was built by Kinross in 1994, and the original cap cost was in excess of $40 million. This was just actually had been worked on for the last up to February of 2009. For the prior 2 years by Cross Lake. They spent some in excess of $34 million on it to that point. The acquisition costs, as you can see, were in excess of $4 million. Exploration development costs were some $20 million, and construction costs on the mill itself were in excess of $10 million. The company inherits all of this work. Moving on to slide 15 is just a close-up of the mine and mill. We're quite excited about this, and you're looking sort of at the west zone, which is over to the left hand of the slide. This is actually just showing the workings. This is the QR North zone. We're most excited about this zone. A 710, actually shows 600 meter, but it was 710 meter decline. which accesses 900 feet of backs, and the decline is completed. And if you can see over to the left of the slide, that you can see all of the drill holes that were put in from surface and from the pit that was actually developed by Kinross in the mid-90s. So the company's actually expecting to go in there and actually do some more development work and some more drilling, and that will start in about the first quarter of 2010. The QR mine and mill showing the entrance into the north portal and some of the underground workings. The next slide is the current board of directors, myself, Frank Callahan, Craig Thomas, company's counsel, Farshad Sfarni, a geologist, and Andrew Reese, our office administrator and co-partner. Management includes myself, Manaz Daharni, who's the chief financial officer, and Dr. Jim Yin, who's one of the most brilliant geologists and has been with the company for half a dozen years and is responsible for an awful lot of the going on up in Wells. The last slide just gives you that you can trade the stock on the Vancouver Stock Exchange, or Toronto Stock Exchange, pardon me, or the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our presentation. I want to thank you all for joining us and encourage all of you to take this opportunity to post any questions that you may have about the company. For those of you that are watching this presentation at a scheduled time, please begin posting your questions now. For those of you watching this presentation outside of our scheduled times, please post your questions now and check back later for our responses. Thank you all again very, very much. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye. Frank Callahan.